Look, as long as you're breathing, there's an opportunity for you to begin to give yourself permission to be happy, for you to give yourself permission to live out your dream, for you to give yourself permission to be great according to your level of potential. Not competing with anybody else, but being just the best that you have it within you, getting into you, going up in there and say, let me see what you gave me, God. I'm going to use it. I deserve the best that life has to offer. I have something to give. You have something to give. That if you don't give it, it won't be given. If you don't say it, it won't be said. If you don't demonstrate it, it will not be demonstrated.
During the next 30 minutes, Les Brown, the motivator, will give you information that will help you make your dreams a reality. In addition, you'll get the opportunity to order the Les Brown Power Pack, the set of audio tapes that are changing people's lives.
So will you welcome to Jaeger Free Enterprise 1987 from Detroit, Michigan, Les Brown.
Shake someone's hand on your right and left and say, you've got something special. Let's do that right quickly, please. Shake someone's hand and say, you've got something special.
Les Brown has got something special. He's a living example of how far you can come when you soar for your dreams. As a child, he shook off the mistaken label of educably mentally retarded and went on to become a broadcaster, commentator, community activist, and three-term representative in the Ohio State Legislature. Drawing from those successes, Brown transformed his unique background to become one of the country's leading motivational speakers and trainers. For Les Brown, achievement is not a theory. It's his life.
You've got to commit yourself that you have had it in your life. You've got to get to a point in your life where I once was, where I decided at one point in my life when I looked at where I was, and I wasn't happy with me. I got tired of working on a job where they were paying me just enough to keep me from quitting, and I was working just hard enough to keep from getting fired. I got tired of that lifestyle of mediocrity. Anybody know what I'm talking about? I got tired of it. When you go into a restaurant to eat, you look on one side and see what you want to eat, and then you look on the right to see what you can afford. I got tired of it. And then I became like Fannie Lou Hamer, who said, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. You've got to get to a point like that in your life. I throw away negative people. All the unnecessary luggage. That's been holding me back. All right.
Les Brown's dynamic style has earned him a new label. His peers call him the motivator.
Once I had to make a presentation, and there I was with some 14 presenters, and these guys came in with over $30,000 worth of equipment and video, audio, visual equipment. And I didn't have any, and I had my cardboard visual aids. And when they came in, I was intimidated. And my mind was saying, hey, man, you can't make it. You better forget this. You don't have the contacts. You don't have the material. You can't possibly compete with these guys and their firms. I had to get up and start talking to myself. I went in the restroom. I said, Les Brown, let me tell you something. You better get yourself together. This is no time for you to panic and start putting yourself down. Man, you're all the way here from Miami. You have got to do this. You've got 6 children. You've got a mother you've got to take care of. You're like Leon Spinks. You don't have no driver's license or TFIS. You've got to do this. You got to get yourself together. And I went in there and smoked them. You've got to. Something out of life, you've got to be hungry. Hungry. You've got to want it to the extent that you can taste it, that you can feel it, that you can see it when nobody else can see it. And there's no reason for you to believe it. You've got to be willing to hang in there.
It gives me some insight to know what he's been through, the things that he's been through, and the success that he's achieved for himself, that it's all within us. And it doesn't matter where you start, but all that matters is where you end up. And that's all up to you. And he's proved that. He's proved that within himself. And I think it's great that he's giving the message out to other people. And look at everybody here. Obviously, he's doing a great job.
Fantastic. I really value and love and appreciate Les. He used the right examples of humor, and yet he touched a heartstring. And it really felt wonderful to hear his message and to take it with us.
The Les Brown experience for you, Marielle.
Same
same thing. It gets me hungry. I want to be a motivational speaker myself, and when I hear the examples and everything, it really gets me excited. I'm going to probably get the tape from tonight so I can hear it over and over again.
Hello, my name is Les Brown, and I'd like to introduce you to the Les Brown Power Pack. I want you to call the 1-800 number that's on your screen right now if you're serious about bringing about a change in your life. You see, what we have in life is a result of what we've become. We can always have more and do more because we can always become more by investing in ourselves and engaging in ongoing self-development. The Les Brown Power Pack consists of 4 of the most powerful and motivating speeches I've ever given. One is called Keys to Self-Motivation. All of us need motivation from some time or another. But not only will it motivate you, it will teach you the methods and techniques on how you can motivate yourself. The next tape is called You've Got to Be Hungry. I love this because there are people coming to this country who hit the ground running, fired up with a lot of energy because they're hungry. And this will give you that competitive edge, that pick up and go that you need. The next tape is called Getting Unstuck. There are many of us that are stuck in jobs where we're working just hard enough to keep from getting fired. We're unhappy, and they're paying us just enough to keep us from quitting. There are many people that are stuck in relationships, stuck at a certain income level, and they want more, but they don't know what to do and feel frustrated. They're content but unfulfilled. This tape will help you to get unstuck and help you to pull your life out of a rut. The next one is called The Power of a Larger Vision. And that's important because many people are convinced that all they're doing is all they are capable of doing. They're convinced of that. And this Power of a Larger Vision tape will take you beyond having a positive mental attitude. Call the 1-800 number on your screen right now. And not only will you get the Les Brown Power Pack, but I will send you absolutely free a tape that I'm very proud of called You Have the Power to Live Your Dream. It's designed to motivate and inspire and change the lives of teenagers. I've received hundreds of letters from parents all across this country and phone calls of parents who said their kids had dropped out of school or were using drugs. But after listening to this tape, they begin to see a change in them and they got back in school and stopped using drugs. Call the 1-800 number now appearing on your screen, and not only will I send you the Les Brown Power Pack for $39.95, but you will get absolutely free You Have the Power to Live Your Dream and 8 Secrets of Success. Call the 1-800 number on your screen right now and say, I want to order the Les Brown Power Pack. And if it doesn't change your life, by following the steps I give you for 30 days, return it to me and we'll give you a 100% money-back guarantee. Call me right now if you want to change your life, if you're hungry for success, if you want to begin to manifest your personal greatness. I want you to call the 1-800 number on your screen right now and order the Les Brown Power Pack. And don't forget, when you order that, I will send you You Have the Power to Live Your Dream that's designed to empower our young people and to change their lives. Thank you very much.
Many of us allow our fear of failure to outweigh our desire to succeed. That's why I said it's hard living. It's hard beginning to manifest your personal greatness. You have to make a conscious, deliberate, determined effort to go up in there and find out what you have within you. And when you're manifesting your personal greatness, you don't know where that can go. You don't know where that can lead to. Then there's something that you want once you work on yourself and you set a goal for yourself. Don't worry about how it's going to happen. How it's going to happen is none of your business. Just do the best you can and leave the rest to a power greater than yourself.
I heard a woman once arguing with my mother and telling her that she was such a fool to adopt my brother and sister and I when she was 38. Very beautiful, attractive woman. Never had any children herself, and she wanted us. And after that lady left, I came into the room and I said, Mama, I was 6 years old. I said, I promise you 3 things, Mama, when I become a big boy. I said, number 1, I am going to make you very proud of me. And I've done that. Number 2, I'm going to buy you a home. And I did that some 6 or 7 years ago. And 3, I'm going to become rich and famous. And I'm working on that now. The reason I talk about my mother so much in my presentations is I feel like Abraham Lincoln, who said, all that I am and all that I ever hope to be, I owe to my mother. My mother adopted my brother and sister and I when we were babies. And Mama's everything to me. But I was the problem child. My twin brother, he never got in trouble. But I was always the one getting in trouble. And my mama used to wear me out. Now, I teach people techniques and strategies on how to change themselves at the subconscious level. Mama, who only had a third-grade education, she believed that the subconscious mind was located in my behind. So whenever I got in trouble, my mama would whoop me and say, I'll whoop your behind till the cows go home. I'll whoop it till it roke like okra. So I said, oh, Mama, please don't. But when I give my presentations, I think about the impact that my mother has had on my life. When I'm talking with kids, I like for parents to know, don't give up on your children. There are a lot of people told my mother that she was a fool. I caused my mother a lot of pain and a lot of disappointment, and I feel very blessed and fortunate that she lived to see the change in me, that now she can be very proud of me, and that's one of the things that gives me in my life. That drives me to make my mother proud of me. And the other thing is that I remember when I was in a very challenging situation as an adult, and I had to call on Mama. Mama was 82, but Mama came through for me. Remember when I wanted to run for state representative in Columbus, Ohio after getting off radio? They told me, you can't possibly win. You don't have any college education. The district is 65% white. You've never been involved in politics before. The incumbent has been there forever. He's endorsed by the AFL-CIO. He's endorsed by the party, both major newspapers. You can't possibly do it. And the numbers aren't there. I said, thank you. And I'm going on anyhow. And I walked every day. When I was on the air, I used to have a saying, stand up for what you believe in because you can fall for anything. And when I went around, I would knock on folks' doors and say, tell everybody that Les Brown is still standing. And come election time, they had a lot of people in the community endorsing my opponent. When you decide to do something, not only sometimes people will not help you, sometimes they will actively work against you to try and stop you. Don't take it personal. A lady was in back of an ambulance and her son was dying, and he died, and she looked at the doctor and said, why did this have to happen to me? And he said, why not you? Who would you suggest? Your neighbors? Somebody next door? Why not you? Don't take it personal. Just work on your agenda. It's there for your growth and development as a person. And so I kept on working what I knew. And I was going to the station. I didn't know what I was going to do with the $735 that I had to buy advertising, and my opponent had over $14,000. And I remember I used to talk about my mother on the air, and I had only like 4 to 5 days left. My opponent had been on the air for about a month. And then the thought came to me, when you decide to do something, don't worry about how it's going to happen for you. When you believe in it, when you make the commitment, Disraeli said, nothing can resist the will of a people that will stake even their existence on the extent of their purpose for good. When you start thinking about something you want, when you make the commitment, all hell will break loose. But if you stand still by your convictions, all the help, all the support, all the ideas that you need to make it happen will come to you. And a thought came, said, let's call your mama. Never a commercial made like this. I went on the air with my commercial, and my mother came on the air. Said, hello, this is Mrs. Mamie Brown. When I raised my sons, I didn't let them control me, I controlled them. When they got out of hand, I beat them behind. Please vote for my son. He's a good boy.
The thing I like about Les is he lays it right out and he says, hey, you can do all these things, but you got to be hungry. And you got to want it, and you got to pay the price. And that's really what it is, being able to do all those things and put all those things together. And he's just so dynamic. I've had his tape now from his when he was here 2 years ago, and I've played that over and over, and I can go through his you got to be hungry speech when he started out as a DJ. I know that by heart.
It was fantastic. I mean, it was really, I was really motivated. I feel so good right now, I can hardly stand it.
Many people die at age 21 and don't get buried until they're 65. Hello, my name is Les Brown. I think that what that person was saying, that many people are walking around dead, have a great deal of talents and abilities within them, and they're not doing anything with it. Why? I think that we unconsciously get in a rut sometimes in life, and also because of the lack of awareness. We've never been taught the techniques and methods on how to begin to do the things that we want to do. I used to work in a garbage truck. I used to do janitorial work. I have no college training, and because of my upbringing, being adopted and raised in a family where we were poor but did not know it, I did not know what the possibilities were for me. Many of us are unconsciously suffering from possibility blindness. We don't know what we can do. I've developed a set of tapes that will help you to overcome possibility blindness and create an opening for you to begin to realize the things that you want out of life. It's called the Les Brown Power Pack. This includes 4 of the most powerful, motivating speeches I've ever given. One entitled The Power of a Larger Vision, which takes you beyond a positive mental attitude, because there are many people that are convinced that all they're doing is all that they're capable of doing. The next one is called Keys to Self-Motivation. Not only will this tape motivate you, but it will teach you the methods and techniques on how you can motivate yourself. The next one is called You've Got to Be Hungry. Now, I love that one because many of us don't realize that this is a new age era of accelerated change, overwhelming complexity, and tremendous competition. And if you want to make it today, you've got to be hungry. And this tape will fire you up. And the final one is called Getting Unstuck. I've been stuck before. Has your life ever been in a rut before? Well, I've been there. And this tape will enable you to transcend yourself, to get yourself out of a rut, how to begin to do the things you want to do, and the methods of what it takes to get there. Now, when you order the Les Brown Power Pack for only $39.95 by calling the 1-800 number that's appearing on your screen right now, not only will you get the Les Brown Power Pack, but I'm going to send you absolutely free a tape that I'm very proud of. It's entitled, You Have the Power to Live Your Dream. This tape is designed to change the lives of our young people. I've had hundreds of parents all across this country write me letters saying how their son or daughter, after listening to this tape over and over again, it improved their grades, improved their attitudes about themselves. They became more motivated. They got off drugs, got back in school. It's a very powerful tape. I want you to call me right now, and I'm going to send you this tape free along with the Les Brown Power Pack. In addition to that, I'm going to send you absolutely free a 30-day plan called 8 Secrets of Success. By following this 30-day plan, plus listening to my tapes every day for a minimum of 30 minutes, I guarantee you it will change your life. I don't believe that. I know it. And I back it up with a 100% money-back guarantee. Call the 1-800 number on your screen right now if you want to change your life. Or maybe you might want to order it for the library at your school or for your club or organization. Call the 1-800 number now on your screen and say, I want the Les Brown Power Pack for only $39.95. And in addition to that, I'm going to send you a tape that's designed to change our young people's lives. There's not another tape like it called You Have the Power to Live Your Dream. Number one, you've got to work on yourself. It's very important that you engage in an ongoing process to develop you. Spend more time on yourself than what you've been spending. It's very important. You owe that to yourself. I was reading a book by Og Mandino called The University of Success. Read one line, gave me a chill. I didn't have to read anything else in the book. He said, many of us never realize our greatness because we become sidetracked by secondary activity. We spread ourselves too thin. Don't know how to say no. And we find ourselves doing all kinds of things and never ever have time to do those things that we need to do to work on ourselves. And then there goes a second. There goes another second. There goes another second. And we can't stop and hold time. And before you know it, you wake up one day and you're behind in your dreams and your bills. So decide that you're going to take some time to work on you, that you deserve that from yourself, that your life deserves some prime time because you are creating your own production. As Michael Todd would say, you are the star of your show. You are the director. You're writing the script. And you will determine whether your life is a smash office hit or flop. You determine that. Working on yourself, talking to yourself. That's so very important. Overcoming the negative conversation, that inner dialogue that's going on all the time, even when you don't want it to be there. You can't stop yourself right now from thinking. You can't do it. It's going on. And so learning how to empower yourself, part of doing that is standing up to yourself. You've got to stand up inside yourself sometimes and say, shut up! You've got to do this. I was going to give a presentation, and this voice inside of me saying, you can't do this. You don't have everything it takes. I shut up. I'm behind on my bills, and you're telling me what I can't do. I have got to do it.
You know, you get those no's, and then you step backwards. You know, and he's saying, don't pay those no attention. You know, just keep on going. So I've got some good things. I really got some good things. I came to all 4 of the lessons and everything. And one lesson just made me come back for the next lesson, and I'll be going to get the tapes too. He's fantastic.
Even Les Brown's children agree he's special.
He tells why you should do certain things and why you shouldn't. He tells stories and uses examples.
That's good. And Martil, can you add anything to that?
Well, yeah, he makes things realistic. Like when he was telling about his girlfriend dumped him on the night that he got a standing ovation. I was like, dang, that's so cold. But, you know, that's the way life is. And so he just doesn't say, well, everything's the way it's supposed to be. Oh, everything is wonderful. You can achieve everything. He shows you have to work really hard and use examples of his life to show it.
You know, major corporations spend over $30 billion a year to transform corporate executives and sales divisions, to help them to change their attitudes about themselves, to improve their productivity, and to increase their profits. I do motivational speaking, but not only that, I do training for major corporations, so I know what I'm talking about. I'm excited about bringing to you the Les Brown Power Pack. I'm going to share with you the techniques and strategies that I share with corporate executives that will enable you to transform your life. This Power Pack includes 4 of my most motivating speeches. One is called, You've Got to Be Hungry. How to have that kind of fire and drive that you need in life to get what you want. Next one is called Getting Unstuck. There are many of us are stuck in jobs where we're unhappy and stuck in relationships that are unfulfilling. This will help you to transform your life and to get yourself out of a rut. Next one is called Keys to Self-Motivation. Not only will this tape motivate you, but it will teach you the techniques and methods on how to motivate yourself. And the next speech is called The Power of a Larger Vision. That takes you beyond having a positive mental attitude. Because there are many people, because of their mental conditioning and circumstances, they're convinced that they cannot do anymore. Order the Les Brown Power Pack right now by calling the 1-800 number on your screen for $39.95. And not only will you get the Les Brown Power Pack, but you will get my favorite tape, You Have the Power to Live Your Dream, and it's designed for teenagers. I don't believe any issue is more pressing to us today than our young people. This tape is designed to help our young people to change their image of themselves, to change their values, and teach them the techniques and strategies on how to realize their personal greatness. When you call to order the Les Brown Power Pack by calling the 1-800 number on your screen for only $39.95, we will send you the Les Brown Power Pack, and we will send you this tape designed for teenagers absolutely free. Plus, I will send you the 8 Secrets of Success. It's a 30-day program. Listen to my tapes a minimum of 30 minutes a day, every day for 30 days, and I guarantee you, you will change your life. You will see a difference in you, your friends will see a difference in you, and you will see a difference in the results that you're able to achieve. And if you don't do it, I back it up with a 100% money-back guarantee. Call this number now. If you're serious about getting your life out of a rut, if there are things that you want to do that you've dreamed about, then that perhaps you put them back on the back burner of your life. Call right now, the 1-800 number on your screen, and order the Les Brown Power Pack with 4 of the most powerful motivational speeches I've ever given, and I will send you absolutely free my tape that I've designed for teenagers called You Have the Power to Live Your Dream, that's designed to change their lives, and plus a 30-day program called 8 Secrets of Success. Call me now. Thank you. I was interested in going into broadcasting. I'm a doctor, and that was my key out. I wanted to make my mama proud of me. I was very much appreciative of what she's done for my brother and sister and I. And that was my way out. And I went over to a radio station, asked a guy and told him that I was interested in broadcasting. He looked at me in my straw hat and my overalls. He said, "You have any broadcasting background?" I said, "No, sir, I don't." "What do you do?" "I cut grass." Young ladies asked me what kind of work I do, and I was working on a garbage truck. I say, "Well, I'm a sanitary technician." He said, "We don't have any job for you." I decided that was something I was going to do. I decided I'm unstoppable. I'm going to go up and hit. I'm going to do this. I started going to the radio station every day, developing a relationship with the people that were doing what I wanted to do. And that's what I encourage you to do. Whatever area you want to go in, find people that are doing it the way you want to do it and develop a relationship with them. When I decided to go in this area, I wrote letters to Dr. Norman Vincent Peale, to Zig Ziglar, to Dennis Waitley, all of the giants in this area. And I said, this is something I want to do. I've been following your career. Would you help me? Dr. Norman Vincent Peale answered my letter, did an article on me, wrote about me in the most recent book that he issued, and done many broadcasts about me. I wanted to develop a relationship and rapport with those people that were achieving those things that I wanted to achieve. By the same token, I would go to the radio station, and I developed a relationship with the guys. And they used me as an errand boy when they needed some food or someone to go pick up entertainers that came into town. Temptation singing My Girl, Jerry Butler singing For Your Precious Love, Sam Cooke singing Darling You Send Me. I would pick up the entertainers at the airport and driving around in the disc jockeys, big Cadillacs. Didn't have any driver's license, but I was acting like I had some. Every day I used to go home and work on my communication skills, developing myself. It was Whitney Young. He said, it's better to be prepared for an opportunity and not have one than to have an opportunity and not be prepared. Start working and developing yourself now and prepare yourself for what it is that you want, because you expect to get it. And when the disc jockeys were in the control room, I would go in and watch them and develop a trust level, and they would let me stay, and I would watch and observe them working the controls. When you want something out of life, don't worry about how you're going to get it. How is none of your business. The most difficult thing it is to hold the vision. It's to hold the vision. So there I was at the radio station. A guy was on the air, and he started to drink by the name of Rock. I was outside the window looking at him and watching. Hungry and ready. Saying, drink, Rock, drink. Pretty soon the phone rang. It was the general manager. I said, hello? He said, Les, this is Mr. Klein. I said, I know. He said, Rock can't finish his program. He's slurring his words. I said, I know. Can you work the controls until one of the other disc jockeys come in? Would you call them? I said, yes, sir. I hung the phone up. I said, now he must be thinking I'm crazy. I called my mom and my girlfriend Cassandra, said, y'all come out on the front porch and turn up the radio. I'm about to come on the air. I waited about 15 minutes. I called him back. I said, Mr. Klein, I can't find nobody. He said, well, why don't you go in there and work the controls until they get there? And don't say nothing here. I said, yes, sir. I couldn't wait to sit down at that turntable, Mustafa. I said, look out, this is me, LB, Triple P, Les Brown, your platter playing Papa. There were none before me, and there will be none after me. Therefore, that makes me the one and only. Young and single and love to mingle, certified, bona fide, indubitably qualified to bring you satisfaction and a whole lot of action. Look out, baby, I'm your love man. I was hungry.
Call now, 1-800-433-0600 for the Les Brown Power Pack of 4 audio cassette tapes, including The Power of a Larger Vision, You've Got to Be Hungry, Keys to Self-Motivation, and Getting Unstuck, for only $39.95 plus shipping and handling. If you call right now, 1-800-433-0600, in addition to the Les Brown Power Pack, you'll get You Have the Power to Live Your Dream, the tape designed to motivate your teenagers. Call now, and you will receive absolutely free the 8 Secrets of Success, a 30-day program guaranteed to change your life. That number is 1-800-433-0600. And that cost is only $39.95 with a 100% money-back guarantee. Visa, MasterCard, and mail order accepted. For the Les Brown Power Pack of 4 audio cassette tapes, plus the bonus tape to motivate your teens, and the 30-day Secrets of Success plan, call right now. 1-800-433-0600. Allow 4 to 6 weeks for delivery.